Hi Virgo, and welcome to your reading for March 2019. My name is Melanie. This is a general reading for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon and Virgo Rising signs, and I'm just going to jump right in. My apologies, by the way, I have a bit of a cold, so if I sound a bit flat or a bit strange, it's because I'm a little bit sick, but I really wanted to get these out because they're already a bit late. So I do 5-card spread and every month, and the cards that came out for you guys in the first position are representing past energy and things that may be affecting the present month that have happened in the past. You guys have the 8 of Cups card. Moving into March, current issues, current situation, the Star card. Possible obstacles that may present themselves this month for Virgos is 10 of Coins or the 10 of Pentacles in the position of what may be helpful this month. The World card, and the outcome card for Virgos for this month, the 6 of Cups. And that single card that's sort of half lying on the table there, that represents the overall theme for the month, and I'll be reading about that card at the end of the reading. And the card that came through for you guys is called Waterfall, and that represents release. So what do all these cards mean? Let's trot through them one by one and see if we can make a bit of a story and see a theme here. So starting with the past and any past energy, the 8 of Cups card. So cups are usually about feelings, emotions, relationships, connections. The 8 of Cups is a card of sort of subtle disappointment, really, and walking away from something. It's a card of something overwhelming has happened, something emotionally has perhaps disappointed or saddened you, and you've made a decision to walk away from that, not even to just try again, but to go, you know what, I have to leave, I have to withdraw from this situation or person. It can be about escape, abandoning something. It can also be a bit about illusion, and that nothing was what it or is what it seems. So something, say if this was a relationship, maybe you tried and tried and tried, found out some things, tried again, and really what you thought was real was not. And rather than keep trying, you've decided to walk away. But in walking away, don't forget that means you're walking towards something else. So even though something might have finished and you may have had to abandon it and sort of seek new pastures, and there was a sense of loss from a situation that seemed impossible to fix, and that you were perhaps a bit blind to certain things, you've taken your power back in a way by deciding to leave that situation and to walk towards something else, even if you don't know what that is. So it looks like there's been a little bit of difficulty in the past. I guess we all have some difficulty in the past. And the point is you walked away from that. It became so overwhelming, so challenging, so sad, really, that you needed to free yourself from that. Moving into the present month, current issues and current situation, you guys have the Star card, which is a completely different feel from the 8 of Cups card. So here you are in March, feeling really hopeful, feeling full of promise, having a lot more faith, seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. This is a card that represents good prospects, a new dawn coming, being guided by the stars, feeling like you're on the right path, you're making the right decisions, you're listening to yourself, you're tuned in to yourself. You've come out of a time of emotional turmoil, which would make sense with the 8 of Cups card in the past, and you're feeling replenished now. You're feeling more balanced. The sense of hope and faith that comes along with this card, I think, is big. You're feeling more connected, I think, to the universe, to yourself. This card represents growth, personal growth and development, and finding a sense of meaning and purpose in your life. So very intriguing, I think, because it looks like in the past perhaps you've lost some aspect of yourself, and you made a difficult decision to walk away from something. You've come through that, and now you're in this place of actually feeling very different and having processed some stuff and having some faith and hope and reconnection to yourself and to where you want to go. Beautiful. Moving into the third card there, being about possible obstacles that may show up this month, the Ten of Coins or the Ten of Pentacles. Interestingly, this is a card, there's a few cards here, I think, that are about the past. The Eight of Cups in the past position, walking away from something. The Ten of Coins is sort of about generations, intergenerations, inheritances, family, ancestors, things inherited through the generations, whether that's money, whether that's patterns, behaviours, the passing on of wisdom, happiness coming over a long period of time. And then I'll just quickly jump to the final card, the Six of Cups. That is about sort of childhood memories and nostalgia. This kind of, and past connections and stuff. So thinking of it now, it looks like you've maybe in a relationship or in a family matter even, or if it's a relationship, a really serious relationship that you've had to walk away from or change something very, very significant. And in this obstacle position with the Ten of Coins, to do with, say, inheritances, family life, home life, the passing on of wisdom. Maybe there's still some sort of tie there, maybe financially. Pentacles are a card about money, finances, work, jobs, really solid practical matters. Maybe there is a temptation to go back to this person or the situation because financially it offers something, stability, not stability, it offers security. Well, it looks like it does, because if you need money and you need stability and there's kind of wealth sitting around somewhere and that's pulling you back to a situation that you chose to walk away from, and it looks like you chose to walk away from that because emotionally it was probably destroying you, it was breaking your heart, it was very disappointing. And so even though this Ten of Cards, the Ten of Coins card can be about generations and that intergeneration and that long history, and things passed on through generations, or habits or behaviours, I would say. I think it's just warning you about that, to say, even though that looks maybe tempting, and you may well be entitled to something, I'm wondering, that you should or you should have been able to take away with you. Say if it was a divorce, and you were entitled to some money or house or something like that, I'm really not sure, or you've left your family of origin, you've decided to break away from some unhealthy patterns there, and they're sort of going, well, if you choose to do that, if you cut yourself off, we're cutting you off from an inheritance or something that you would otherwise be entitled to. That's just my sense. Of course it could be completely wrong, or it may fit in a different form than the way I'm talking about. I guess just be wary of that. Obviously it's a very, very personal decision to weigh up going back to something because it offers you financial incentives versus what you know is right for you emotionally, psychologically, in your soul, in your heart. Moving on to what may be helpful this month, you guys have the World card, really, I would say, big card, the last card of the major arcana, and this represents the end of a journey. And there's a rejoicing now. There's a success, a sense of closure and accomplishment, completion. What was done has now transpired, and you're sort of at this point of integrating things and feeling a sense of victory. and now kind of in this place that the world is your oyster, which again I think makes sense. You have the Star card there offering faith and hope and kind of this new refreshed and replenished energy. And with the Eight of Cups, you've walked away from something. Maybe you've finished something up there. You've got the Ten of Pentacles there, representing that sort of cyclic intergenerational nature of families and ancestors and stuff like that. And now this is saying you have come to the end of something, and I think this is a reminder card that all things are possible, and to have faith on your side, faith in yourself, and that now luck is on your side. The World card is similar but different, same to the Wheel of Fortune card about good luck, karma, and I think this card is it's often compared to that card, and it's and whilst the Wheel of Fortune may be about karma and things to come, the World card is about now, the here and now, about a part of your life ending and new beginnings happening, and to have joy in that, about where you've been. The World says you've been on a big journey, and look, there's an ant crawling on one of the cards there, and now you're at a place of looking ahead, and I think being very tuned in to the universe, because it's looking out for you now, and luck is very much on your side. So don't forget that. Particularly don't forget that in light of whatever this pull is with the Ten of Coins card there. And the outcome card for Virgos this month is the Six of Cups. So like I mentioned earlier, Six of Cups is about past connections, childhood, memories, nostalgia, possibly a reunion, things from the past coming back, or learning, looking back at the past with the maturity of age, learning something about that. Maybe getting help from someone, getting back to basics, meeting someone who is from your past or who feels like you've known forever, like that kind of real soul connection with someone. This is a card about reminiscing about childhood, about past relationships, feeling quite nostalgic. Possibly dwelling on the past a little bit too much in memories, or being a little bit stuck in a childlike way, in playing too much. But I don't think so. I think this ties in with whatever you guys have walked away from, processed that event or that situation, and are making different choices for yourself now. But again, there may be this pull back to the past, which makes sense for me anyway, with the Ten of Coins card there about generations, ancestors, wealth, inheritances, archives, family homes, domestic kind of issues, financially and practically speaking. So with the Six of Cups, I think in the outcome position, something is coming back, but this is still quite a positive light card for me. Light as in it's got this childlike energy and joy to it. So I think if you waded through the mud of a family issue or a personal issue, relationship issue, and now you are feeling much more joyous and hopeful, as in the Star card, and you have faith again, and you have balance, and you've really grown inside yourself. The Six of Cups has that similar kind of light energy, but just be wary of being pulled back into something. Don't forget why you walked away from something or why you chose to end it. Don't forget that. Remember to stay true to yourself. Have faith. The Star card is very much about having faith. The universe is on your side. If you're in a state of flow, the universe will have your back. It absolutely, totally will have your back. Even if you're a little bit scared, you don't want to completely cut off, because it means you may be cut off from financial things or practical things. And that, I know that can be absolutely terrifying. You will land on your feet though. It's going to be okay. That's the message I take from these cards anyway. Moving on to that final card representing the overall theme for this month, and you guys have a beautiful card called Release, Waterfall, which is about release. And I read from this booklet that came with these cards, which I kind of use as oracle cards, the Dreamtime Reading Cards. The Dreamtime is the Aboriginal Australian spiritual belief system. I just love these cards. I love them visually, the pictures, the Aboriginal dot paintings, and I love the words and the meanings. They really resonate. So me, that's why I use these cards. So the card that you have, Waterfall, Release. So a waterfall is strong and powerful, and much water flows down its rocky face. There are two waterfalls, known as the Twin Waterfalls, near where the author lives. They fall from the Virgo Plateau into the valley below. Communication involves ideas being shared and discussed. When said with anger, words tumble forward, falling with such force that they can hurt and destroy those around them. Maybe that's to do with the Eight of Cups card. Some words that really destroyed or hurt you. Anyway, rather than let your emotions explode, allow your emotions and feeling to fall, roll, and flow out regularly, almost continuously. Sharing your thoughts, feeling, and ideas is really important at this time, whether through the spoken word or even the written word. You need to communicate the overflowing that the waterfall card indicates you are feeling emotionally at this time. Do not let your emotions build up. Say how you feel and be honest with those around you. There is a possibility for arguments and emotional outbursts when you pull this card, but just speak honestly and openly and allow others to do the same. The emotions with controlled release flow with strength and purpose. Communication is the gift the waterfall holds. Very interesting, and I think that makes sense with the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Coins, and the Six of Cups card. Maybe there is still some stuff going on there from the past, and there's still some bickering, some arguing, or the potential for that. I would obviously encourage you to avoid that as much as possible, to use your words wisely, to not drain yourself in that way. There are other ways to handle disagreements and conflict, much healthier ways. And if you're in tune with yourself, you will know what to do. You'll be able to set some good boundaries around what you are and aren't willing to put up with, Virgo. So on that note, I'm going to finish this reading. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this. I hope it's resonated. It's a general reading, so of course it may not have resonated. All the best for March. It looks intense. You've been working on some really big stuff, and I hope to see you back in April.